Tonight on Sports Saturday, we're diving right into fall camp. It's around the SEC in 5 minutes. We're camping at Auburn, Georgia, Starkville, and hey, it wouldn't be a show without this guy.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
We give you your late night snack of college football. How does that taste?
Oh, that's terrific.
You bet, Rex. Plus, NASCAR is spinning out on the road at the Glen. Whoa, calm down, guys. There's enough Sports Saturday for everyone.
That's outstanding.
So get fired up.
Today, not what happens tomorrow, it's today.
Actually, it's tonight, Sean. It's 15 minutes of sports.
How many times do I have to say that?
We're crashing into your living room. It's Sports Saturday. Whoa, wait a minute, guys. I haven't even said it yet. Oh well. How we start? Right now. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. There we go. The countdown is on. We are just 28 days from the start of the football season at Alabama. We continue our player countdown with number 28, old Javier Arenas. Javi, the former Tide cornerback and kick returner, played from 06 to 09, won a national title, and compiled 8 return touchdowns while in Tuscaloosa. With that, we say welcome in, everyone, to Sports Saturday. I'm BJ Milliken. Jen Chapman has the night off. Now, the excitement of fall camp did hit a bit of a snag on Saturday night with reports of an injury to one of Alabama's best players on the offensive side of the football. Aaron Suttles of the Tuscaloosa News first reported tonight that left tackle Cam Robinson was taken off the field during today's practice with an undisclosed injury. Now, nothing is official, but according to some reports, the injury is to his foot and it isn't expected to be serious. Nick Saban is expected to address this on Sunday. Now, as for the rest of practice, the Crimson Tide put in their first practice in shells on Saturday. 2 players in black non-contact jerseys, wide receiver Chris Black and tight end Ty Flournoy-Smith. One guy who is full speed is Kenyan Drake. Nick Saban made sure that everyone knew that on Thursday.
Kenyan Drake is fine. How many times do I have to say that? I have been asked about Kenyan Drake from the first day of spring practice. He was full speed in the spring, he was full speed all summer, and he's full speed now. And I think he'll be full speed next week, God willing, and he doesn't, and nothing happens to him. So
I guess he's okay. Alabama's players are all okay with the season starting. They're even going as far as saying that they're having a great time in the grueling Alabama heat. Defensive lineman Ashawn Robinson explains that for them, it's just fun to be together on the field again.
Just getting out there and being able just to communicate, it really puts a smile on our face. Just to go out there and put the pads on, lace them up again, you know, just being blessed to go out there and practice with each other. You know, we're really great teammates and great friends with each other, so it's just really great when we go out there and we can just practice with each other and give everything we got for each other.
Hey, now don't forget, tomorrow is Fan Day. There's already a big line outside the stadium preparing for that, I promise. They've been there for days. Gates open at Bryant-Denny at 1:30 on Sunday. Fans will be able to watch an open practice from 2:30 to 4:30 with autographs on the field after practice. Now, the Auburn Tigers got their first full pad practice underway on Saturday morning, but there was more to talk about who was not on the field than there was who was actually there. For a second practice in a row, wide receiver Duke Williams was absent from the field. The big senior is expected to be the Tigers' top playmaker at receiver and a big-time help to first-year starter at quarterback Jeremy Johnson. Coach Gus Malzahn addressed his status after practice.
Had a discipline issue that we're taking care of, and when he takes care of that, he'll be back on the field. I'll make that decision. I'll let you know when he'll be back. And bottom line, nobody's bigger than the team around here, and that's between me and him, and that's all the questions that I'm going to take with that.
We trust in the system and we trust what Coach Malzahn does. We always have. And, you know, we know that he's going to handle any situation the way he needs to handle it. But as of right now, we're just trying to get better each and every day and you know, get ready to win a championship.
Mississippi State Bulldogs were #1 for a lot of last year, but they were picked dead last in July by the SEC media. They also started practice this week. According to them, they aren't real concerned with the underdog label. Quarterback Dak Prescott says that the lack of returning starters that's listed is kind of misleading.
I still think we're a veteran team. Regardless of the guys started last year, they were on the 1B, so maybe just because they didn't get the first series, a lot of the guys came in the second series of the game. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely misleading because we've got a lot of guys who played quality reps and quality games against good teams. So we have a lot of experience, just maybe not the coin starters.
Now the favorite to win the Eastern Division, the Georgia Bulldogs, they've been out working in that hot Athens heat. One of the big reasons they're picked to get to Atlanta, they're all-everything sophomore running back Nick Chubb. Now he will take all the reps this year since Todd Gurley is off to the NFL. He says his mentality, though, has not changed.
Still the same, work hard, play hard, you know, get my team up, rally them up, play them, go out there and play, have fun, you know, it just, I know the spotlight's on me, you know, everyone's looking to see how I'm gonna do, big expectations for me, but for me, man, just a big team event, you know, just everyone playing hard for Georgia. I think it's most important that we focus on Georgia as a team, not just anybody else. But as a team, you know, we wanna be the best team in the nation, you know, go all the way, and that takes a lot, you know, it starts today at camp, but hopefully be the best team in America.
Now the Crimson Tide is gonna play each and every one of those teams we just talked about, beginning with Georgia on October 3rd in Athens. That should be a good one under the lights. Still more good stuff to come here on Sports Saturday. Coming up next, it was a magical night in Canton, Ohio. The Pro Football Hall of Fame welcomed 8 new members to their ranks. We'll hear from one coming up after the break. Hey, we're back with our play of the day, and I've made no secret that I'm a big Cubs fan. Not the greatest play in the world, not even the best play I've seen, but this ground out gave my Chicago Cubs an 8-6 win over the Giants today. The Cubs are now 13 games over 500. We now hold a 2.5 game lead in the wild card. Emus Catuli, as they say on the north side. While we're on the subject of greatness, the NFL enshrined 8 new members into the Pro Football Hall of Fame Saturday night in Canton. The most moving part of the ceremony was the enshrinement of the late Junior Seau. The former Chargers linebacker committed suicide in 2012. The NFL policy had previously not allowed speeches for those being inducted after death, but tonight the NFL allowed Seau's daughter, Sydney, to speak on his behalf.
I want nothing more than to see you come on stage, give the speech you were meant to give me a hug, and tell me you love me one last time. But that isn't our reality, and I know that his athleticism and talent made him extraordinary enough to make it into the Hall, but it is his passion and heart that make him truly legendary.
Great stuff there from Sydney. Now, Seau played 20 years in the league. Here's the entire list of players and executives inducted tonight. Tim Brown, the former Raiders wide receiver, becomes just the 9th player to win a Heisman Trophy and get inducted. That's pretty incredible. A great looking class for sure. Now, what looks good to the Atlanta Braves are the Miami Marlins. Jarrett, can I see your hat for a second? The Miami Marlins. You know, these Marlins, Jarrett's wearing the Marlins hat tonight. They have been in a big-time slump. They have lost 8 of their last 9 games headed into today. So, Jarrett, I'm going to flip this back to you. The game tied in the 5th, and the guy whose name I can never pronounce, Nick Markakis, I got it! Nick Markakis rips this one to short. It gets through. 2 runs come across. The Braves go on to win their 3rd in a row over the Fish. The final was 7-2. They're going to finish off that series tomorrow. Almost certainly a win, right, Jarrett? Qualifying at the Glen today for the Cheez-It 355, a very popular snack at my house. It's a road course, so some unfamiliar names on the grid. Martin Truex Jr. is going to start second with a great qualifying lap today. Familiar names, though, up there, too, like Tony Stewart. He did great today as well. But it was A.J. Allmendinger, who won here a year ago, who takes the qualifying position.
By the end of yesterday, I was pretty unhappy. I thought we were way off, and honestly just really nervous about today and tomorrow. So my guys went to work. They kind of looked at the notes and looked at last year, looked at our best run in the first practice, and made some good calls on it. And, you know, I didn't know what to expect going into qualifying. So after that first lap in the first round was pretty happy with how the car felt and the speed that it showed from compared to yesterday.
Here's what the rest of the grid looks like for Sunday afternoon at the Glen. Stewart starts third, Jeff Gordon fifth. Allmendinger will attempt to win for the second year in a row at the road course. The Xfinity guys got to test out the course early today, and it wasn't going real well. Reagan Smith spins out defending series champ Chase Elliott. Smith was not done with dust-ups after that. More on that in a second. Later, watch Joey Logano. He drives off from the pits, but guess what? There's still something there, Joey. That's the gas can. But believe it or not, who wins the race? Joey Logano. But that wasn't the most entertaining part. Look at this. Reagan Smith and Ty Dillon getting after it after the race. A little post-fight activity. I think he took his hat. Maybe that was what they're fighting about. No fighting in golf, though, at least outside of Adam Sandler movies. WGC Bridgestone third-round action. Tight race to finish. Jim Furyk having a heck of a tournament. He shoots a 69 today to move to 9 under. But that is nothing. How about the day Justin Rose had? You smell that? It was sweet. Sweet as a rose. He cards a 7 under 61 to move into a first-place tie with Furyk. Here's the leaderboard headed into tomorrow's final round. 2 shots back is Shane Lowry, a 4-way logjam at 5 under. Jordan Spieth struggles today with a 2 over 72. They're going to finish this thing up on Sunday. And we'll finish up this show in just a bit, but when we come back, we'll welcome an NBA superstar back home. Birmingham native Eric Bledsoe returned to the Magic City on Saturday. He tells us what kind of welcome he received. That's coming up when Sports Saturday returns. Hey, there's nothing like coming home, am I right? Right? Yeah. NBA stars Eric Bledsoe and DeMarcus Cousins, Kentucky teammates, both Birmingham natives, were back in the Magic City on Saturday for a good cause. They sponsored the Eric Bledsoe Back to School rally at Railroad Park. He says he was overwhelmed with the support he's received over the years.
And it's a blessing that, everybody followed me and, how everybody keep up with me in the city. And, I just wanted to see how much, respect and, love I came out here and, showed for everybody, and, they showed me back.
Now, I can remember Eric Bledsoe being the best high school point guard I ever saw play the game at Parker. He actually beat DeMarcus Cousins' LaFleur team in the state, I think, semifinals. That's all the time we have for tonight. Hey, don't forget, check out WVUA 23 for much more. We'll also have a Cam Robinson update on Sunday, along with Fan Day, of course, the running of the fans. That's always fun to see. Stay tuned for all of that. Thank you so much for watching. Good night, everybody.